Some words slip out as a joke, and suddenly everything falls apart. I didn't mean it, at least not the way it sounded. It was a Saturday night, the kind that starts easy and ends jagged. Friends had gathered for dinner. Laughter bounced around the room. Wine glasses clinked, and stories tumbled over each other. Ryan, my husband, was manning the grill outside, while I sat at the table with his best friend, Alex. Alex and I had known each other for years, long before Ryan entered my life. We were close once, maybe too close, in ways that outsiders might question if they didn't know the whole story. There was never an affair, but there were memories, the kind that leave permanent traces on your heart. The conversation drifted to old injuries. Someone made a joke about scars, and before I could stop myself, I smiled and said, "Alex probably knows my scars better than Ryan does." It was reckless, foolish, but everyone laughed. Everyone except Alex. His face froze for a brief second before he forced a grin. An awkward silence fell over the table until someone changed the subject. I thought that was it. Later that night, after everyone had left, I found Ryan in the kitchen. He stood perfectly still, the lights dim, his expression unreadable. "You really think that's funny?" he asked quietly. My stomach dropped. "Ryan, it was a joke." I didn't mean it. He didn't respond, just stared at me with that calm, terrifying silence, the kind that shows he's already replayed everything 100 times. "How does he know your scars, Claire?" His words cut sharper than any anger I'd known. "It's not what you think," I said. "It was years ago before you and I—" "So he does know." I tried to explain how Alex and I had trained together for a charity climb back in college, how I slipped and tore my leg, how he had helped me down the mountain, stayed with me through the hospital visit. But every word I said felt weaker than the last. Ryan didn't yell. He didn't accuse. He simply said, "You made me look like a fool," in front of everyone. Then he turned, went upstairs, and closed the door. The click of the latch echoed louder than any argument we'd ever had. That night, I couldn't sleep. Deep down, I knew I hadn't just told a bad joke. I had opened a door I thought was long closed. The next morning, the house was painfully silent. Ryan didn't come down for breakfast. His car keys were gone from the counter. When I called his phone, it went straight to voicemail. We'd had fights before, but this one was different. He wasn't angry. He was gone. All day, I replayed the sentence in my head. "Alex probably knows my scars better than Ryan does." What was I thinking? By noon, guilt had hardened into panic. I texted Alex. "Me? He hurt. He's upset. Alex." I assumed Ryan had called him. My chest tightened. "Me? What did you tell him?" "The truth, but I don't think he believed me." When Ryan came home that night, he didn't meet my eyes. He walked past me, went upstairs, and began packing a small duffel bag. My heart pounded as I followed him. "Ryan, please just listen to me." He stopped, zipped the bag, and finally spoke. "I've listened to you for 7 years, Claire. I've listened every time you said you loved me, every time you said I was enough. And then I hear you say he knows you better than I do. Do you even realize what that sounds like?" I stepped closer. "It was a joke, a stupid one. There's nothing between us now, maybe." He cut me off sharply. "But there was something. You admitted it. We were kids, Ryan. It meant nothing. Nothing." My voice trembled as I spoke. "You said it with ease, Claire, like it was a private truth you accidentally let slip." He grabbed his bag and moved past me. I reached for his arm, but he pulled away as if my touch burned. "I need space," he said quietly. "You've been hiding parts of yourself from me, and now I don't know what's real anymore." The door closed. The sound lingered like a wound. That night, I sat on the couch, tracing the faint white scar on my leg. To me, it was just a mark from the past. To Ryan, it symbolized every hidden piece of myself I had never shared. Maybe he was right. Some scars never fade. They just shift where they hurt. Days passed. A week went by. Ryan still hadn't returned. His clothes were gone from the closet, but his cologne lingered, once comforting, now twisting my stomach. I called, texted, emailed, nothing. Then one evening, a message arrived from an unknown number. He's staying at my brother's. He's okay. It was from Lena, Alex's wife. My heart sank. I hadn't realized Ryan might have gone to Alex. The thought of them talking about me made my skin crawl. I called immediately. Lena, please. I didn't mean for this to happen. Her voice was cold and measured. You didn't mean for it? You humiliated him in front of everyone, then dragged my husband into it. I swear there's nothing between Alex and me anymore. It was years ago. Then why say something like that? Why bring up the past if you've moved on? Silence. Just my shallow breathing. Ryan deserves honesty, she said finally. You owe him that much. I hung up and sat, thinking about honesty. I had spent years trying to be the version of myself Ryan wanted. Composed, loyal, dependable, while quietly hiding the messy parts, the parts that remembered other names, other faces, other wounds. That night, I wrote him a letter. Not a defense. Not an apology. Just the truth. You were right. I've hidden things. Not because I didn't love you, but because I feared you wouldn't accept the imperfect parts of me. Alex was a mistake from another life. But the scars you didn't know about, they aren't about him. They're about the girl I used to be, the one I never showed you. If you can forgive me, come home. If not, know that you were the first man who made me feel safe enough to stop hiding. Weeks passed before I saw him again. When he returned, he said little, simply sitting beside me on the couch, silent, distant. Maybe forgiveness doesn't come all at once. Maybe it arrives quietly, in moments of presence, not in words. That night, when he didn't leave, I understood sometimes staying is the closest thing to love there is.